this next story, as usual, getting my little taste of commentary through the blogs on YouTube. And I saw a post from Miss Tasha K, who was on vacation, and stated that she was not going to touch the transgender story. This my water, y'all. So I had no clue what that was about, but I know that I thought, assumably, if Tasha K stated that there's some transgender story, then there's one. So there I went to scroll, and then bam, there it was. So I had to pass it a few times because the other bloggers were stating Dwight Howard this, Dwight Howard that. So of course there was on Miss Toxic Diamond, her page, and then on YouTube Stephanie, her page. I did go to both pages, baby. For those comment junkies, you got to get your fix from a few places. Toxic Diamond's page was where I could see what she had posted of the young male's video. Mason or Mason? It's Mason or Mason because the pronunciation of these names. Sometimes you may say Mason and they may correct you. Oh no, baby, that's Mason. So Mason Elijah. Okay, that's the best I got for that. No disrespect. Okay, and it's about Dwight Howard and his pastor Calvin. Okay. Now the commenters, West Indies, and I would quote, when you're messing with him, you didn't care about him having a failed career or that he has 8 baby mamas. Now it's a problem, huh? From Veronica D. Giovanni. The issue, Dwight is a closeted gay. This man is openly gay. At the end of the day, to have a relationship, you both need to be closeted or both out, or it will never work. Either close the door or open. Short brace stated very elegant. How you say you're not trying to expose him while exposing him? And then you got the emoji. Let's just do a translation of a comprehension of what the video is supposed to be about. Now the young man, Mr. Mason, is stating that he received threat, physical harm, and harassment. Oh no. And that he was asked to sign a non-disclosure. Dun, dun, dun. And that he recorded certain conversations, which on YouTube Stephanie's page, I did get to witness that in the video that he had recorded, or he was playing back a recording that was supposed to be the voice of Mr. Dwight Howard. Through it all, the young man had also stated, because I saw 2 different, it was almost like it was 2 different versions, but it was the young man video. So I'm not sure if because I didn't watch all the way through on one of them, but in one version he was saying how Dwight wanted him to sign something and he was not going to lose his voice, because if he signed a non-disclosure, he gives up his voice. And they offered him, I think in the recording it was like $40,000, and he stated he didn't want that. He wasn't doing any of that for money. What he wanted was to, what he was stating was to get to know him, to get to know Mr. Dwight for whom he was, and to have a real, you know, I guess something authentic, let's put it there, and not, I guess not what he witnessed or got or received, etc. Okay. Now on the other video, on Toxic Diamond's video of him, It was about the pastor, and that the pastor had threatened him. But in the other video, it was something about the pastor's goon. If I misunderstood that, please, Mr. Mason Elijah, forgive me. There was a moment in the video where he was looking at his screen on the live, and he stated bitch, I guess towards a female, and said, oh, he don't even know how to block. It's his second time. So the comment section was going on.
Fight!
Honey, you had that comment section hopping. Okay, also, and that you have a book. Mr. Mason Elijah has a book, and it is about something. I have no clue, because trying to piece all of the other stuff together, that part of the puzzle never got put into the rest of it, because we've been so busy trying to piece the other parts together. Okay, so let's talk about it, sweetheart. Those blogs and those comments, I mean, they've been eating this story up, sweetie. I mean, you have delivered. You have delivered. Your story is the story of the week, okay? And not because of outing the man. I want to be clear about this. This is my opinion, okay? So it's not because of outing the man, Mr. Howard. It's more so of how and how it was done, and what is being done. Because if this story is about his pastor, then it never needed to be stated about the man, Mr. Howard. That's just number one. So the clarity was missing as to why Mr. Howard's business or name was even brought up in all of this, if the story is in fact about his pastor. If the story is not in fact actually about the pastor, but about some goons, I'm not saying you're lying. This is how it's coming across. Now back to the allegations. Whenever those type of words come up, the general public, and we are not the people who need to be informed first. Not at all. The first entities to be informed are law enforcement, okay? That'll stop a pack of goons quick. It'll really give you a lot of leverage, calling them laws. Now, hanging to that you're not a snitch is not what we're gonna do, because obviously,
Hello?
You were the one, or whomever was in that video, stating to be Mason Elijah was the one giving off that information. That's one of the definitions of snitching. Now, number two, how does telling the public, the general public, stop any of this? What are we supposed to do now? Are we supposed to go pick up picket signs and go outside the man's church? I don't even know what the man's church is. I'm just going to be honest. So that's my excuse for not showing up if they do it. I'm probably going to be at work. I'm probably going to have, look, I'm a new grandmother. I'm a young grandmother, but I'm a new one. But I'm probably going to have diapers to change. I'm probably going to have somebody to fuss at, groceries to make, shit to talk. I'm just telling you up front. Pick one of them and know that I can't show up and help y'all picket that man's shit. So now, what's the point? What are we supposed to do? Band together and picket the man's shit for calling you a faggot? Listen very carefully, love, because that storyline from both of those videos, we could do this for hours, just picking it apart. No, we already listen to your shit, so I feel like you should be honored to listen to some hours, okay? First of all, if you're going to agree with someone to be their secret, and then when things aren't going so peachy-dory, or like you may have thought they should have turned out, or like you may have desired for them to turn out, remember, you were the secret. Now listen to what just happened, because I'm going to keep it real with you, love. You just lost out on $40,000 for no appearance. If you think that these people are about to go and buy $40,000 worth of your book because you have outed that you were having relations with a basketball player that you turned around and disrespected so openly, after stating that the issue was not him, and then stating that the issue was his pastor, you are sadly could have signed that non-disclosure, because whatever happened was not bad enough for you to go to the police and report whatever that is. So then you shortchanged yourself on $40,000 because you said you did not want to lose your voice. You have not lost your voice. You have a whole damn book full of your voice and opinion. There are people in the LGBT community who are fighting legally to make sure that that minority population in America is respected and honored and treated with equality and dignity as everyone else. And what is so mind-boggling is that when these type of stories come out, it raises so much attention negatively that it almost hurts their efforts. It's not that I am saying I am supporting your lifestyle. See, I don't have to support your lifestyle to be kind, to love you with a love undefiled, to be respectful, to be honorable, to treat you with dignity and respect. I am a black woman in America, okay? I know I desire dignity and respect. I know how I can go out there and people just look at me, and due to my skin color, that I have goals in my mouth, or that my hair is short, whatever, etc., etc. Whatever little bias is sitting there, that immediate disrespect. Now, that's that. We ain't got to get political. That was the 2 cents on that. I mean, demeanor switched just like that at the thought of talking to a female. But then when it came time talking about the males, and I mean, call the fag and upstreet and it's just a lot of goddamn nerve. Crying because of being treated like a bitch, but then turn around and calling a female a bitch. And I have nothing against homosexuals, baby. Hey, I used to be younger. I had indiscretions. You're grown, you sound mind, and if that's what you're choosing to do, there you go. You're not being forced to do it.